WoW Classic made its fresh return. And let me tell you, I had so much fun, and everybody that I know had an absolute blast. From overcrowded starting zones to hardcore mode thrills, Blizzard reminded us why this game is just more than a time capsule. And today we'll explore the community's feedback, response, and the updates that made this launch smoother, and what Blizzard needs to do to keep the magic of Classic alive for years to come. So first, let's stop at the community's reception. How did everyone respond to the re-release? In one word, I can say it's probably enthusiastically. The starting zones were packed, from people battling boars, kobolds, and some login queues, but this really just wasn't about only grinding. It felt like a huge reunion. Longtime players returned to relive the journey, while newer players finally got the chance to experience the world that defined 2019 and 2004. The hardcore crowd pretty much stole the show, watching players like Vitochi and Ampy take on the Race the World Force Challenge on hardcore, and seeing over 32,000 people tuned into Ampy's journey, only to see it tragically cut short by a disconnect death. Moments like these are why Classic is so captivating, and the stakes are as real as the nostalgia. So let's talk about why Classic never gets old. What makes it timeless? It's really the personalized journey. So whether you're questing on a PvE server, or PvPing in World PvP on a PvP server, or testing your limits in hardcore, Classic molds itself to your play style. And it's not really just about reaching the level cap or clearing raids, because we've all been there and done that. It's really about the stories you create along the way at its core RPG elements. Do you remember the first time that you had your encounter with Arugel in SFK and it just one-shot you? Or the random player who helped you fight off the insane Harpy Cave in Stone Talon? These unscripted moments give Classic its heart, and this weekend highlighted the variety in how players engage with the game, from chaos of streamer guilds like OnlyFangs to speed leveling races and even casual dad mode questing. The blend of playstyles from each server and to the respective players brought new energy to the Classic variant and reminded everybody why it's so great. Blizzard should pay attention to this. The diversity is key to keeping the future of Classic fresh and engaging, as some people felt a little bit misconstrued by what happened in SOD, even though others loved it. And talking about the nostalgia and all of that from Classic WoW, I think something that was under-highlighted this weekend, but in a way it was pretty cool, was the GM interactions. Over the weekend, Blizzard staff made appearances, chatting with players, doing all this crazy stuff, adding a level of interaction we haven't seen in many, many years. And these moments felt like we were stepping back into Classic's heyday in 2004. But it's not just really nostalgia though, it's actually impactful. Seeing GMs in the game actively reminds us of where the developers felt connected to the community, and those interactions create stories players will share for years on end. So Blizzard, if you ever listen to anything of what I'm saying in my videos, this is so crucial, even though it's such a minute detail. This is the kind of engagement that players are desiring and want more of. And I couldn't talk about this re-release without some of the new features that they added in this variant of Classic. So they didn't just roll it out as it was or how it was in 2019 with some of the updates like spell batching, etc. They added some smart updates and quality of life features. The new LFG tool made finding groups easier and keeps the social element intact. Dual spec, so for example, you're a Ret Paladin and want to play Ret, and you also have to go into raid and do some other things, you can go have a Holy off spec without breaking the bank at 50 gold a pop each time you want to switch. Now, another change they made was the way that they're talking and approaching layers. I'm not going to go into the very specific details here. While players, some liked it, some didn't, I believe it did a few things. One, it helped ease server strain during launch. Two, balance faction populations in these contested zones. And from talking to some of my friends that are on the PvP server, they suggested even reduced corpse camping, and it created a fair experience for everybody in specific zones, while not having your experience ruined by people that are simply just there to grief you. And these updates show that Blizzard is willing to modernize Classic without sacrificing its core identity. Even though we all know it's a pretty delicate balance, but it seems to be one that they're finally getting right. And with all this momentum from Classic, what can we do to keep the momentum going? If Blizzard wants to keep this momentum, they need to listen to the community and lean into what's working. Regular updates, hardcore specific content, and maybe more GM interactions would keep the world feeling alive and dynamic as everybody's getting to in-game. Classic thrives because of its players. From the diehard hardcore grinders to the casual questers, everybody contributes in making something in Classic feel vibrant. Blizzard, focus on fostering the energy, and Classic could remain the cornerstone of WoW for many years to come. And to wrap up this video, the return of Classic and the re-release, which is kind of funny, has really been nothing short of incredible and reminded me why I love this game so much. Whether you're a veteran revisiting Classic or a new player discovering it for the first time, this re-release proves that Classic is more than just a game. It's really an immersive world that connects us all. So, what's been your favorite moment so far? Let me know in the comments, and as always, I'll catch you on the flip. See you guys.